Well, lawlessness is taking over the streets of America, with the city of Seattle, Washington in the bullseye over the weekend. Police departments have been sorely depleted in the wake of the, quote, defund the police debacle. Just how bad is the crisis? Gary Lane explains.
Pat, good to be with you. The nation's cities saw more than 900 shootings last week. Seattle, Washington, one of those caught in the surge. Over a devastating 3 hours on Sunday, 3 people died, 5 were injured in a series of shootings. So far this year, more than 200 residents have been killed or injured in gun violence. Seattle's mayor this week citing a depleted police force, calling out the city's council's plans to make drastic cuts in the police budget.
Over the past 17 months, the Seattle Police Department has lost 250 police officers, which is the equivalent of over 300,000 service hours. Not unexpected, losing these number of officers. When city leaders talk about cutting a department by 50%, you will lose employees.
Pat, among those 250 officers who left the force in the past year, the chief of police.
Gary, the mayor of Seattle isn't the only one speaking out. How many other city leaders are frustrated by these cuts in the police?
Well, we're starting to see it nationwide. In Chicago, the police chief there, Police Chief Brown, is blaming the courts, lenient courts, he says, for the surge in crime there. In Washington, D.C., Police Chief Conte says it's bad actors who return to the streets to commit more crimes. And then, of course, Pat, I think we're going to see this as an issue in the 2022 campaign. Already candidates in Michigan, you're seeing James Craig, the former police chief of Detroit, speaking out about crime. He's running for governor. And then in New York City, the former Guardian Angels head, Curtis Louiwa, he's running for mayor there. So we're seeing more candidates come forward, tough on crime. That'll be an issue.
Thanks, Gary. And ladies and gentlemen, believe me, they're trying to blame it on guns. It isn't guns that make the problem. It's the people that hold the guns. And the people who hold the guns will do what they need to do if they don't think there's any restraining force. And all across the country, this isn't just one city, not just Seattle, but it's city after city. Portland, Washington is a war zone because of this move to, quote, defund the police. It was insanity. Well, as they say in the Bible, we've sown the wind, now we are reaping the whirlwind.